Hello, wrestling fans. Jason James here. Another exciting hour of NWA Main Event Wrestling right here from Nashville, Tennessee on Comcast Channel 74. We have a lot to cover in the short hour that we're given for television today. A lot of stuff to go over, including the current rivalry between Jeff the Crippler Daniels and Steve-O. These two started out to be bitter enemies in the world of professional wrestling. They somehow put all of that behind them, formed a tag team, a very dominant force in NWA Main Event Wrestling as of late, and then all of a sudden the destruction began again, and now these two at each other's throats one more time. It was last week in Portland, Tennessee, that we saw Jeff the Crippler Daniels attack Steve-O during a ringside interview and leave him battered, beaten, and bloodied at the Richland Park Gym. Let's take a look now at that footage from Portland, Tennessee. Here we see Steve-O being confronted by Dominique, and then Dominique with an open-handed slap right across the face of Steve-O. And Steve-O, emotions here running wild as he grabs Dominique by the head of the hair, threatening to physically damage her. And we see Jeff Daniels from behind with a steel chair, the only way that Jeff Daniels can do things, from behind with his opponent not looking, attacking Steve-O with the steel chair in Portland, Tennessee, and then continues the assault onto Portland's favorite Steve-O. We see NWA Main Event official Scott Berry trying to retain the regain control here, but Jeff Daniels wants no part of any NWA official. We see that popsicle stick of death, as he calls it, the bionic popsicle stick, clenched in the hand, and now Daniels going to work right on the forehead of Steve-O, and we see just carving away right at the skull of Steve-O. The blood begins to pour, and this is the sadistic, psychotic acts of your Mid-America heavyweight champion, Jeff the Crippler Daniels. Daniels with a relentless assault onto the #1 contender, Steve-O, carving the forehead away, and Steve-O just dripping blood. Folks, this is not for the weak at heart. If you're watching this, if your children are watching this, this isn't your normal wrestling program after your Saturday morning cartoons, folks. This is real life right here that you're witnessing. An assault, a flat-out assault from Jeff the Crippler Daniels. This man should be locked up behind bars after what he did to Steve-O last week in Portland, Tennessee. And just gloating about it. He wants the cameras to see it. He wants the cameras to see what he's done to Steve-O. He wants everyone in TV land to realize that he is not joking, not messing around anymore with the #1 contender. Steve-O a bloody mess at this point. Barely able to stand, is the #1 contender for the Mid-America Heavyweight Championship. And Jeff Daniels has left Steve-O, like I said, beaten, battered, and bloodied. We finally get some referees out here to try to control the madness that is Jeff the Crippler Daniels, but to no avail. The Crippler has no respect for authority as he continues to carve at the skull of Steve-O. Folks, once again, this is action from last week in Portland, Tennessee. Steve-O has yet to be seen at the building today here for the NWA television tapings. Unbelievable assault from Jeff the Crippler Daniels. Well, what a devastating attack by the Crippler onto Steve-O last week in Portland, Tennessee. And now I'm being told, folks, that Steve-O has not arrived to the NWA studios today. We do have Jeff the Crippler Daniels standing by, and he's going to give us his thoughts on the current situation with Steve-O.
Hey, cameraman, you get a real good close-up of this, because I asked for this TV time for one reason and one reason only. That's because I see tonight that low-down, good-for-nothing piece of trash, Steve-O, is nowhere in the building, and I want to know why. Mike Porter, I know you got something to do with this, but I'm going to tell you right now, before this night is over, I will stop that dressing room. I will crawl every inch of this building. If that good-for-nothing Steve-O's here, I'm going to drag him out here in the middle of the ring, and I'm going to finish what I started in Portland. Steve-O's so great, don't you? No, I got news for you. I got news for you. Steve-O is not great. What Steve-O is injured. I stood in this very ring last week, and I told each and every one of you that I would put Steve-O out of wrestling. But unless you're hiding in the back somewhere, Porter, I know he's laying up licking his wound. But I did exactly what I said I was going to do. Steve-O is no longer in the NWA. What you people need to do is try to find a new hero. And sooner or later, you're going to realize the only hero in the National Wrestling Alliance is me, your Mid-American champion. I should be your hero, not Steve-O. You can call all you want to. You can chant his name, call it Steve-O, Steve-O. He ain't coming. He ain't coming. Because in Portland, Tennessee, I cut him wide open and I played him down till he couldn't even get up. He was carried out on a stretcher. And I guarantee you, you will never, ever see Steve-O in the NWA again. So Mike Porter, I refuse to wrestle here tonight. I refuse to put the Mid-American Championship on the line until you can get me somebody worth wrestling. You get me Playboy Scott Hayes. You find Steve-O and you beg him not to quit. You beg him to come back because I still want him. I want more. I'm not finished with the job I started. You get me somebody in here. You get Scrap Iron Adam Pierce. You bring Blue Demon in here with that world title. You bring anybody the NWA has to offer, Mike Porter, because time and time again, I have stood before you people as the champion, and nobody can stop me. Nobody. So Mike Porter, before this night is over, I just may come back out here and leave my mark in the middle of this ring. So from now on, don't call me out here